Welcome to Beer Board, Tuesday, June 13th, 2023, 4:30 p.m. We will have a call to order for this meeting with a roll call vote. Alderman Barnhill, howdy,
Present.
and the Vice Chair, Alderman Hanson, is present. Chair Alderman Jason Potts is not in attendance today. We'd like to move with an approval of the minutes, the consideration and approval of minutes from May 9th, 2023 Beer Board meeting.
Motion to approve.
I'll second that motion. How would you like to vote?
Yes.
And the Vice Chair votes yes. New business is consideration of application of the Heimerdinger Foundation, Inc., DBA Hope for Healing at Liberty Hall at the Factory, 230 Franklin Road, Franklin, Tennessee, 37064. Catherine Ray, the managing agent for the special event. The event date and hours are June 24th, 2023, from 4 p.m. to 11 p.m. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you.
Good evening. This is Catherine Ray. She's the executive director for the Heimerdinger Foundation. And Catherine, I'll let you share just a little bit about the event with the board members.
Okay. So we're a nonprofit 501c3 celebrating the 10th anniversary of our organization and mission on June 24th. We're an organization that provides nutrient-dense organic meals to people who are in cancer treatment free of charge in Davidson and Williamson counties.
And have you conducted an event like this before where
We
alcohol
have.
is served?
We have.
Do you have any questions, Alderman
I
Bobby?
don't have any questions. Motion to approve.
I'll second that.
Thank you.
Roll call vote. Approval?
Yes.
And the Vice Chair votes yes.
Thank you. Thank you. That's it.
Next on our agenda is consideration of application of Stable Reserve Spirits, LLC, DBA Stable Reserve Distillery, 412 Main Street, Suite 100, Franklin, Tennessee, 37064, with Cam Goodwin as managing agent for on-premises consumption.
And this is Cam down here at the far left. He is the managing agent. And this is Joel Stampley. He's the attorney for the business. And they're here to tell you, this is a new business.
Business.
And so they are here to tell you a little bit about their business.
That's great. So we're opening Stable Reserve. We're opening Stable Reserve here on Main Street, right between McCreary's and Walton's Jewelry. We're the first distillery in the city of Franklin since Prohibition, so it's been quite the project getting to where we are today. So, that building actually used to be the old stable back in the late 1800s, and so that's hence the name Stable Reserve. So that's kind of where we got the name. We're all locals to the area that own it and want to bring a lot of the history back to the building and do Franklin proud. And we're going to have kind of a coffee to tasting experience there. So in the mornings, it'll be a full coffee bar, locally roasted coffee, then transition over to tastings of our spirits and cocktails in the afternoon and evening. So
So do you have your CO now?
we do, yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So if it's this is the first beer permit you've
Yes.
asked. So how many servers will you have, and have they been trained? And I'm assuming you probably know the drill.
Yes, yes. Our lead bar manager has been in the business for over 30 years.
Okay.
So his name's Lindsey Fisher. So he's running the entire tasting bar and experience on that side. So we have an experienced team on that side.
Will you be serving food as well?
Yes, we won't be preparing food, but we're working with a local caterer to offer small bites, charcuterie boards, such and such, but we're not preparing food on site. We don't have a kitchen, so, yeah,
Okay.
but yes.
Okay. No other
It-
questions?
I make a motion to approve.
I'll second that motion. How would you like to vote, Alderman Barnhill?
Yes.
And the Vice Chair votes yes. Thank you.
Great, thank you.
Thank you so much.
Good luck, guys.
Thank you.
And the last item is consideration of ordinance 2023-16, an ordinance to amend Title 8, Chapter 2, Section 211 of the Franklin Municipal Code relative to special event beer permits.
All right, well, thank you, Vice Chair. So this was an ordinance amendment that was actually requested by you at a meeting a month or so ago. And so Bill has helped me with drafting this and hopefully capturing the changes that you were asking for. I will point out one thing, that not all special events within the city of Franklin require a special event permit from the full BOMA, as you know. And so we did try to make that clear in the language that this requirement only applies to those events that require the full special event permit. I believe that is kind of a given, and it would be clear, but we did want to put language in there setting that out. So I'm happy to answer any questions or take any feedback that you have after, you've read it and reviewed it, if you want to offer any suggestions or feedback on it.
Do you have an example of who would not need a permit?
Sure. We have a lot of events that are at the factory, and those don't require a special event permit because they're on private property.
Okay.
And if I could add, Ms. Davy explained that correctly. I want to be sure it was clear. The ordinance itself applies to all events that are going to serve beer, regardless of whether they require the actual separate special event permit. The requirement that's being added here is that for those that do require the full permit, the special event permit, they must get that permit before coming to the beer board. That requirement is the one that obviously only applies to those requiring the full special event permit. But if you're going to serve beer at a special event, this ordinance applies all the time, regardless.
But they have to have their event permit to apply. Is that what they will have had to have applied for that before they can apply for beer board?
Well, for those that require a special event permit, as Ms. Davy was saying,
Right.
not only do they have to apply, they have to have it.
Have it,
They have to have
okay.
obtained it.
Right. The way that it's written is that they must obtain the special event permit before appearing before the beer board. There's a lot of timing nuances to getting on the agendas, as you know, and work that we do prior to putting an agenda together. And so that's a consideration that we will have to make internally to how we handle applications and helping our applicants navigate those nuances. So we didn't want to preclude them from applying for the beer permit before their special event permit was approved. So we use the language appearing before, so that they can go ahead and get their application in, and we can do some of the legwork and not work ourselves into a corner on time.
So, well, I don't guess I have a question, because I think that, is it possible to get the beer permit and it to be turned down for the special events permit?
Well, right now with the ordinance as it is written, it's an implied necessity that you have to have the special event permit in order to utilize your beer permit for your special event. So if you come before this board and you get your beer permit for your special event, but then the full BOMA doesn't approve your event, you can't serve beer because you're not approved to be in that area and hold your event. This would just require things to happen in a certain order,
Okay.
I guess would be a good way to put it.
So what do you need a motion then to approve the ordinance and then send that ordinance to the full board?
Yes.
Yeah, if you don't have any feedback on the language and you're happy with it as it is drafted and and you're ready for it to go before the full board, then that would be very good, please.
You want me to make?
I'm okay with
Then I'll make that motion then to approve ordinance 2023-16 and forward that to the full board for consideration.
I'll second the motion. How would you like to vote?
Yes.
And the vice chair votes yes as well. Any other business today?
I have none.
Motion to adjourn then.
Second.
and we are adjourned. Thank you.